welcome to the collaborative editing system project, in which we have created a modern web application in which we are using API gateway and other microservices, and the application is based on React, and we are using Java Spring Boot and Apache Maven for the controlling and for the rest of the services. So first we have the major four folders, that is the API gateway, the document service, the user service and the version service. So the API gateway is considered for all the routing work and everything. The document service is concerned with the fetching, retrieval, saving and storing the documents very easily, and also the database of H2 is separate for each of the folders over here so that it is in a loose coupling standard. Then we have the front end folder which features the React.js once again, and then we are having the user service in which all the login, logout, authentication and further things are stored. Then we have our version service in which it is responsible for storing the versions, the different versions of the editings done by different users, and once again even by the anonymous users. Now first we have to take 5 different terminals in which we are going to load each service separately. For example, you can see the user service is already loaded over here. So I am going to straightway use the command of mvn clean install and mvn spring boot run. So once we hit the command, it starts to load the system. In the similar way, we won't waste time, and I'm going to load the different other systems as well, such as the version service. The JUnit has started to load. Over here the tests are going to load. The very good feature about Mockito is that while there are several testing frameworks and standards which we know all across, Mockito features that it automatically checks and tests the dependencies on its own using a mock profile, and thereby it is easier for it to find out if there are any errors or not. So that's the reason we have used JUnit with Mockito, and it's really easy to understand that if there are any server-side failures or anything depending upon the situation. Yet in all of our tests we have done for more than 3 phases, we could see that the performance was really nice. We also have created the CORS config test so that all the CORS policies applied are checked and they are appropriate to the requirement. Now it has started the user controller test where the main controlling profile of the users is stored. So you can see that there have been 11 test runs with 0 failures, 0 errors and 0 skip. So now document service is already started, and also the Netty gateway at 8080. So now what we are going to do is we are going to come to the next terminal and simply type the command of npm start. First we have to load the front end folder. Then we are going to proceed with npm start. So once we do that, now we are onto the web portal after the npm start, and now when we go to the register, we can register ourselves. Let's say I'm registering with a particular name and email. Then we have, and we create the account. So once we create the account with the details, we get the registered notification. Now we have to simply enter the credentials, and here you go. So now we also have a dark mode and a light mode onto our profile, so I'd better prefer the dark mode. Now on create document, we can simply start on creating the document, and I open the document. So now you can see there are 2 things to mention at the very first place. Firstly is the document ID, which shows that whatever ID has been initialized for the particular document under the particular username, and second is whether it's working real time or not. If there is any kind of error in the system or anything, then this is going to show an error message instead of real time. So now what we are going to do is we are going to open another tab, and I'm going to put it on side by side. We're going to register ourselves at a different name. Let's say it's registered, and now we are going to log in. So yeah, do this, and we take the link of the first document. Let's say editor/1, that is the document ID 1. Then it's going to directly load that document, the same document as you can see. Now over here I'm logged in as Gao, and over here as Saturn. So in this document, if I make changes, let's say I change the name of the actors into singers from the past, and you can see that the editing is active when this panel is working. So when I click on save version, you can see that the version is saved, but there is no difference over here. So what we are going to do is we are going to check the view versions. In view versions, you can see the version history for this document, and if you want to revert or add this version as the main version, we can simply click on OK, and you can see that the reverted message has come. I once again write those old names and add it as a save version. Then what happens is that the version gets saved, and now if we open it on this host of Gao, we can see that the versions have come over here, and also who has done the editing and changes is seen. So I can revert it over here as well. /1, and now I can make changes over here. Let's say I can go to the dashboard, back from here, versions, and let's say 1. Over here we are there. I can click on revert and OK, revert to this version. So it would be reverting into the particular version which we want to check out. So now we just simply load it, and you can see that the version is loaded over here, and also the user profile is being changed. So in this way the system works. Now I can enter with another profile. Let's say I log out from here. And you can see that if I make some changes using a guest profile, that is also possible. As you can see that there is nothing named over here. We can check on view versions and no name is coming, but still we got the option in the version history. Then we can change and check the references. For example, if I want to change into this and I go into the guest profile, you can see that this one is loaded. Once again, we also have recent versions and quick portfolio refresh, and in what way we are editing into this system, and this is how the overall system works.